Okay, time now is 1:32 p.m. on May 30th. Um, it's been a week since I've been back, I think. Right? Or no? Actually, no. I don't know. 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th. So it's been 6 days. Um, Yeah, I slept from 5:45 till about 12:30. I just naturally woke up, which I think is a good sign. I do realize that's like less than 7 hours, but I naturally woke up, so it's fine. Yeah, I don't know what happened to me last night. I guess I just ate too much food. I felt really bloated, and then I got a stomachache right before bed, and yeah, I'd rather go to bed without a stomachache, but sleep less, of course. So, yeah, today's a nothing day. I'm gonna really, 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 really try to finish editing my can vlog. Because tomorrow I'll be spending the whole day in the theater watching Satin Tango. I'm also gonna look into jobs and driver's license and all that jazz. And, yeah, that's it. I don't really have anything else. Just enjoying this dull, mundane life. I'm probably gonna head to Target or Trader Joe's or both, for a little something, and then that's it. I really want to talk to Sunny. I really want to text her. I don't know what to say, but I really want to talk to her. Call her. Um, yeah, I just want to say something, but I don't know how I do it so easily with Jiren. Like Jiren would just talk to me so randomly out of nowhere, and I don't know why I can't do the same to other people. I guess I'm just not extroverted enough. I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The AC is on, which is not great because I already feel kind of cold. Also, I don't feel that sick anymore. Maybe I'll start gym next week. So, yeah, that's that. Oh, I don't know how the fuck I forgot to talk about my dream. I had this crazy fucking dream. Probably my most vivid dream in weeks, where I was in a cooking competition, I think at school, but I'm not sure. There's a chef who is highly respected, and I don't know why. It was really fucking weird competition. Maybe it's because I'm just not talented enough. Maybe I just forgot the timer. But the chef was like, cook something for me with beef and chicken. And then I realized there's only 3 minutes left on the timer. And it's fucking impossible to prepare anything with beef and chicken in 3 minutes. And so I immediately started cooking the beef and started cooking the chicken. I was panicking, I was stressing out. I was trying to make teriyaki chicken rice. I chopped up the chicken thighs into cubes and I started to prepare the beef. So they were already kind of cooked, but it was still a mess. The plating's a mess. I barely had the rice ready, and I was really angry. I was really, really angry. And then a timer went off, and I just gave the chef an empty plate or an empty bowl. I was like, here it is. I'm sorry I couldn't prepare anything. Um, and I guess the chef appreciated my honesty, but it was definitely a very embarrassing fuck up on my part. And then my mom was there. My mom was there to like, it's almost like a parents' day where me and my parents have to meet the teacher, and my mom started talking over me, and I got so frustrated. I got so angry. I started yelling like, "Shut the fuck up! Shut up!" I started yelling at her, which I hate doing. I forgot the last time I've done that to my mom in real life, but I will never do it, you know. So it takes a lot of rage and a lot of reluctance for me to be pushed to that limit. So we left, and then I was really embarrassed. I fucked up the cooking test. But in that school, in that facility, in the next few days or in the next few hours, I keep running into the same chef teacher. And for some reason, the chef teacher seems nice about it. He was trying to fist bump me or high five me, which is really weird considering how much I failed that test. And I thought maybe it's because he admired my honesty and admired my passion, even though I turned in nothing. But yeah, and then a little bit later, maybe it was second dream, I was on a school bus, and it's sort of like a post-graduation bus tour, and we are hearing this person talk about their life, and on the bus, like someone's giving a speech. It's like a double-decker bus, and I was on the top level, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
Like he kind of acted like that with the chief collar, except like when I like took his collar off and then I took her collar off, and I was like, "You're still the same class," but like he hates that. Oh my god, Besso! He was just chilling until I shut the collar, literally. Besso, come here. Besso, come here. Oh. Hey? No? What? Oh my god. Okay.
Okay, time now is 4:57. Holy balls, I'm going to go to bed like right now. Yeah, so another day where I couldn't finish my can vlog, nor edit anything, or watch anything for that matter. I didn't watch anything today. But today is unexpectedly a little eventful. So today's supposed to be a day of rest, which, like yesterday, like the days before, basically. Every day is a day of rest. I normally wouldn't consider, going to a movie theater, watching a movie as rest. Usually I consider rest, like sleeping the whole day. But I guess compared with, you know, um, compared with sort of like the school days, today is, going to a movie theater is rest. Okay, anyways, today I walked all the way from my place to Pot of Cha, which probably took about 30 minutes. Surprisingly, it's not that bad of a walk. I got a boba, and I was deciding between whether to sit at Ministry of Coffee or USC Village, but as I walked past Ministry of Coffee, I learned that the entire place is closed. So I went to the village and I sat down and I spent about 1 hour, maybe 1.5 hours just drawing. And I don't know why, but I fucking suck at drawing. Holy shit, I'm so bad. I don't know why today I'm especially bad. The only good drawing I did was of Sunny's. I tried to draw Mary and Natalie and did not work at all. I think it's probably because I haven't seen them in so long. But also because, I do have photos of Natalie and Mary, but for some reason my rendition of Sunny is just the prettiest as of now. Um, but yeah, and then I finished version 3 of The Empire, which I'm really happy about. I just translated it into script format It's still 34 pages long, which is fucking insane. But honestly, at some point, I should tell myself, if I don't want to cut anything, then don't. Let's see what the production tells me. Let's see what the producers tell me. The thing is, like, if the producers are not telling me to cut anything, then I shouldn't be cutting anything. And the thing is, the producers, first of all, I don't even know if I have producers right now or not. There's a good chance Andrew Wu and Kate Xiao will not even do it for me. But either way, what's the difference between 29 pages and 34 pages, you know? What even is the difference? It's just 5 more pages. It's just a little more of this and that. So either way, it's fine. And then I went to Trader Joe's and Target, bought a little this, a little that, and then I returned home, and I had a stomachache, which is kind of sus. Yesterday I had a stomachache at night, and then today I'm having a stomachache, so I thought maybe it's the boba. And then out of nowhere, after shower, Maisie was like, "Oh, Christian's coming to my place in a sec," and I'm like, "Oh my god, okay." So Christian is still not at Minnesota. Christian's still hanging around in LA. And they're hanging out again, and I don't want to miss it because I like friends. And Maisie called me, literally straight up called me and was like, "So are you coming?" And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, but I gotta cook some dinner first." So I literally cooked rice and curry chicken with Trader Joe's tikka masala sauce packet, and then I did cabbage stir fry with carrots and onions, and I put my meals into 2 big boxes and put in a bag. I brought chopsticks and a spoon, and I carried over to Maisie's place. So at 11 p.m. I took my food there and ate it there. I've never done that before. I've never cooked food and then put it in a box and then taken to another place and eat it, like a lunch box. I realize I've never done that. And it's kind of cool because when it comes out in a box like that, it feels like it's made in a restaurant. But when I taste it, I know it's my own cooking. But yeah, after that, we smoked a joint, listened to some music, and then Maisie even ordered some more alcohol and DoorDash, some beatboxes, which I've never had before. I thought I would like it because it looks like colorful and juicy, but I did not like it. It just tasted like a cough syrup. It just tastes like medicine. And as I was drinking it, I'm feeling stomachache again. Holy fuck. But it's not like intense stomachache, it's just like, not feeling well. So I went back home and I'm like, fuck, I may have stomach flu. Because it kind of started last night, I believe. And I feel like it's probably because of the raw potato, but I don't know, it could be a million things. Yeah, I feel the stomach ache, and even right now I feel bad. Maybe I should take a painkiller pill right now. Maybe that would be better. I don't know. But yeah, not feeling great again. But it's fine. I'm prepared. My pills are prepared. So yeah, excited for Satin Tango tomorrow. I wanted to DM Garrett, but then I'm like, should I not? I don't know. I might do it tomorrow morning. But tomorrow I have to wake up early, so tomorrow is a fucking marathon. I'm gonna be at the Aero Theater for like 8-9 hours straight, and it's gonna be a fucking marathon. It's gonna be like taking a flight. So I'm low-key nervous, but also it's like, I don't know, it's an experience. And yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow. But either way, I know I have to wake up really early tomorrow. Maybe 10-ish, which is crazy because that's like 4 hours later. That's like 5 hours later. Okay, maybe not 10, but I need to be at the Aero at 2 p.m. So yeah, lots of thoughts. Yeah, that's that. Not much else. Okay, time now is 10:50 a.m. on May 31st. I slept from 5:30 a.m. to 10:30. Um yeah, I'm surprised that I was able to fall asleep because I was sleeping on a stomach ache, and but I know that usually if I fall asleep and then wake up the next morning, my stomach ache would be like delayed, and then it's gonna come back the next morning, and that's probably gonna happen, I think, because I'm already feeling it coming back. But yeah. Um, I'll be spending like 10 hours at the theater today. So that's exciting. Little extra Cannes Film Festival experience, I guess. Last year, right after Cannes, I ended up lining up 9 hours for some Criterions, and then this year, right after Cannes, I end up spending 10 hours in one theater, which is hilarious. Yeah, I'm excited though, but of course, before I leave, I still have like things to edit. Um, I don't know, and my biggest concern is like stomach ache in a 7 hour long film is not ideal. So I don't know. I I hope this goes away like in the next half an hour, okay? Fingers crossed. And then that's it. That's it. I don't really have anything to say. I think last night was the genuine, real last night with Maisie and Christian. I don't know about Christian. Christian's not coming. Christian's not leaving to Minnesota all the time. Like he's always like, "I'm gonna leave," and then he's not leaving. But when Maisie says they're leaving, they're freaking leaving. Maisie has this Monster Palooza Expo thing today with their other friend, and then on Monday they have set, and then Tuesday they're leaving. So I won't be seeing Maisie for about a week, which is not that long. Maisie will be back, but Christian won't be back for like a month, and it'll be a sad, dry month. But then July, everyone will be back, hopefully. So that's that. Um, yeah, and then I don't have a lot else to say, honestly. I still really want to find a way to talk to Sunny. Maybe I can do that with the script. I can be like, hey, new script is finished, and how's Seattle? And hopefully it spurs into a conversation, Because I feel like I do really want to hang out with her, but the thing is, I want to talk first. I want to build a nice rapport before I actually see her in person. Um, I think I hear a lot of horror stories about, oh, this guy is like trying to hit on me and like suddenly ask me out, and it's like, you gross. And including Maisie's, but Maisie's case was like genuinely gross. Like Maisie was walking around downtown LA, and in front of a Whole Foods, this random ass guy, this smoking tweakers, suddenly asked them for Instagram, and Maisie's like, sure, why not? Maisie has just like a no sense of like I would be like, no, thank you, I would refuse. But Maisie's like, sure. And then a while later, the guy was just like, oh, you're such a pretty girl. Can I take you out on a date? And Maisie's like, no. And then this guy starts pestering Maisie. And Maisie posted a photo, an Instagram story of Christian burning with Christian with a lighter taken on a digital, like a shitty digital camera, and then that guy was like, "This is not cool enough," which is a weird response. And then Maisie was like, "But you could be cooler," and that guy freaked out and started writing like poems about how, like he's actually cool. It's just a really weird situation, but I'm not like that, definitely. But I definitely don't want to do that with Sunny. Like I want to have a sense of familiarity going in. Yeah. Anyways, she's so yeah. Okay. Yeah, LA public transportation really sucks pussy because what the fuck do you mean? Going to Santa Monica, the Aero Theater takes me like 1.5 fucking hours. I have to take a bus, a metro, and then another bus. But I'm probably gonna Uber my last section. Hopefully won't cost that much. And then yeah, I'd like to think I'm pretty prepared. It's like going hiking. I have snacks, water, portable charger. I have all of that. And there's no fucking bus sign. Okay, I'm gonna walk all the way to the metro station because the bus I was gonna take is fucking fake as per usual, because half of the things in LA are fake anyways. Fuck yeah. Okay, I'm currently in Santa Monica. It's 1:50, it's about to be 2 p.m. So I've called a Lyft and it's $11 fucking. I did not know it's that expensive. Okay. Oh boy. We are here.
Like it's Italian games, they're like fighting around. So the things are right.
Hi, I'll have a small popcorn and a drink.
And a drink?
Damn, this is popular ass movie. Mainstream. This shit is mainstream, bro. This is my lunch.
Aero Theater for this pretty full Bleak Week Eve Satan Tango screening. Of course, in honor of the great Bellatar. Sort of dinner break, you can go out to the Whole Foods, the Breadhead, McCall's has a pretty good pre-made sandwich. There's a sushi spot down the way. Go get yourself some dinner. You can bring it back into the theater. You've got your tickets, and they'll let you in and out. And very important. The last thing I want to say is, I know it's a long film. I know you're tempted.
There's a long line going into the theater, and then dressing line
Oh my god, the bathroom line. Holy shit.
My friend Krista said that like some guys.
Yeah, that's my help. Okay, so second intermission. Apparently it's gonna be like half an hour long, and I wanted to get a sandwich at Whole Foods, but it appears that everyone's going to Whole Foods, so I don't know. We'll see. Holy shit.
Like this.
I get it. Oh no, he's with the woman. I get it. And I agree with him.
Dinner's ready. Not as big as I remembered.
Spun out of control at some point. He just got worse and worse. And I think
Round 3. People are bringing so much food into the theater. Straight up eating salad over here. Looks like sweet green. They're bringing their own drinks. That's fucking crazy. It's like camping. We're going camping. Okay, right now it's 4:04 a.m. in the morning. Tired, sleepy, all that jazz. Today is a pretty interesting day, I guess. I guess it's the first interesting day, semi-interesting day since the new world has begun. I only slept for 5 hours, and then shortly after I woke up, I had to go to the bathroom, of course, because something's wrong with my stomach. But, I don't know, after that, I was fine. But, I barely had time to do anything. I planned to finish editing a movie review plus filming my movie roundup video, in the morning. I ended up only doing the latter. And also, late, basically. Because it takes about 1.5 hours for me to get to the Aero Theater. Satan Tango show starts at 2 p.m. So ideally I should leave my place at 12:30. I ended up leaving around 12:50. My transit app tells me to take bus 38 westward and then catch the E line also westward, which is so fucking stupid. I went to the 38 bus stop and there's no fucking bus. It's a fake bus. So I walked like 20 something minutes all the way to USC Expo Station and USC Vermont Station, actually. And I was sweating, but it's fine. I got onto the train. Somehow, at the end of the day, Metro is actually more reliable than buses. But the thing is, Metro is also sketchier. But they're actually more reliable. I got onto the Metro, and then I got off at SMC Station, and then I called a Lyft. Which is very stupid. I should have called an Uber. Apparently Uber was $4 cheaper. Didn't know that. Didn't check. I thought Lyft would be cheaper. Called a Lyft. It costed $11, $12, and then it's a 5-minute drive straight up north to the Aero Theater. I arrived, I got popcorn and Coke, and I'm ready to take on this insane challenge of a movie. And as I was going in, I was scanning, I was looking around to see if I know anyone, and lo and behold, Josh Silva is there. And so I sat behind him, and it's really nice. I'm like, there's gotta be someone I know in this screening. There's gotta be someone I know. I DM'd Garrett in the morning. Garrett's like, oh, unfortunately, I had to work. I was assigned a shift. And a lot of other people who were maybe gonna come, like Cheyenne and Julian and Colin. I think Colin's back in the US. Cheyenne and Julian are still in Berlin, I think. And then, so yeah, anyways, it's nice that Josh is here. So I watched Satan Tango, and holy shit, that was experience. That was a painful and arduous experience. There are 3 sections to the film. The first section lasted about 2.5 hours. It was not as difficult as I thought it would be because every single shot is extremely long. So it doesn't feel that long, but it is 2.5 hours. And the entire first section felt like a prologue, so it didn't even feel like I watched a lot of stuff. Jesus Christ, my hand is dry. Didn't even feel like I watched a lot of stuff. So yeah, and then right before that, I and Josh also talked a little bit. I asked Josh how he's doing. I think he's been back not too long ago. He thought that Paris was fun, but Cheyenne and Julian had a shitty time, so I don't want to disclose too much, but of course, given that it's Cheyenne and Julian, they went clubbing in Paris. And I've been to Paris when I was like 10 years old. That shit was nothing. You know, I lived in a hotel, lubby-dubby, just dumb, whatever. They went clubbing with Allison Church, and then for some reason this guy at the club tried to like hit on Allison and then somehow brought Allison to his apartment. And then as it turns out, that's not even his apartment, and it's getting really sketchy, and then Allison texted Cheyenne and Julian to come and rescue her. And then, of course, that guy was upset, and then that guy had a fight with Julian, and, yes, that's why Julian made an Instagram story saying, I got beaten up by a French rapist, which is fucking insane. It's really fucked up, and I'm just like, oh my god. Anyways, they're in Germany now, and then, yeah, after the first section of the film, we had a 10-minute intermission, but really it was more of a 20-minute intermission because everyone's going to the bathroom. And I also spilled my popcorn, so I spent some time picking up each kernel, and then I needed to wash my hands, and I needed to go to the bathroom. Yeah, and then section 2, Josh just left halfway because he had some work stuff apparently. But section 2 started to get a little tough, and I dozed off in chapter 5 out of the 12 chapters. And then I woke up and there's like cat torture. So yeah, after that section, it was already like 7:30 and 7:15, and we have half an hour to grab food. I thought we would have more time, but no, we had half an hour to grab food. So I asked Yuchen, oh yeah, so after the first section in the first intermission, I also, while I was lining up for the bathroom, I saw Yuchen and Sang Wei and 2 other Chinese girls. I'm like, oh my god, they're here. So we talked a little bit, so that's cool that they're also here. And I'm not surprised too. And so Josh is gone, which just kind of sucks, because Josh was like, I can drive you back home. And then Josh later WhatsApped me saying, I'm sorry, I'm gone, and I can't drive you back home. But hey, at least Yuchen is here, so I'm not completely alone. So in the second intermission, I was thinking of grabbing lunch with Yuchen and everyone, but I don't know where the hell they are. They're just gone somewhere, so I'm like, fuck it, I'm running out of time. I'm going to go directly to Whole Foods, buy a sandwich. So that's exactly what I did. There's a lot of people, but it's fine. I lined up, I got a sandwich, $15. And it's not that good. It's not as good as I remembered it. But I still ate it up, and then I'm like, okay. And then I was right on time. I went back to the theater, and I watched section 3, which is 3 hours long, the last section. And I fell asleep again through some parts of it, but I was proudly awake for the most part. And then it ended, and I'm just exhausted. It's just such an exhausting film. And then right afterwards, I tried to find Yuchen and everyone else, and then we met up, and then Sang Wei drove me and Yuchen home, and then here I am. So I don't need to call an Uber or anything. Yippee-ki-yay, hip hip hooray. I love that I made friends. But yeah, definitely a crazy experience. But because of that, I spent how many hours outside? I left my place at around 12:50, and then I came back home around maybe 11-ish p.m. So that's like fucking 10 hours, more than 10 hours outside of my apartment. That's a lot. That's a lot. So I don't have a lot of time to do anything else, really. I just finished editing I Love Boosters, and it's already 4 a.m. I also talked a lot to Ife on Instagram, which is pretty cool. But that's pretty much it. Tired. Gonna go to bed. Apparently Michelle forgot to buy me a ticket for Spielberg's AI, which is crazy because I asked her to do that a month ago. But anyways, she's giving me her own ticket because she's seen it already. So hopefully that works out. If not, whatever. And then turns out Spielberg's AI isn't even 2 days later. It's actually 3 days later. So tomorrow and 2 days later, I'm free. Which is nice. So I'm just gonna be chilling. I'm gonna maybe pull a home all day tomorrow. Just do some laundry. And then at some point I want to go to Ralph's because I ran out of toilet paper. But I also want to go see Backrooms. So maybe Ralph's tomorrow. Just a quick Ralph's, you know, a quickie. Yeah. That's pretty much it. The pain is gone now. No more stomachache. Yeah, still haven't talked to Sunny. But I'll try to do that tomorrow. I don't know why it's so easy for me to have conversations with like random people. Like Ife, I can have like a nice long conversation with, and then... But Sunny, I really want to talk to her. To be fair, like people like Ife, it's like we have a lot in common. Like we're both film people, we have similar ideals on film. But Sunny is just a bit tougher. But oh man, she is. Yeah, she is truly a mythical being. Let me just say that. Okay, time now is 3:09 p.m. Jesus Christ, 3:09 p.m. on June 1st. I've made it to June. Woo! Yeah, I slept from 5:30 to 3, which is fucking crazy. I did not expect myself to sleep that much, but I guess I was tired, and I didn't even notice it. 9.5 hours. Jesus Christ, that is some potent sleep, my friend. That is some potent sleep. Again, I was like half awake, half asleep, like in the second half of this sleep. But it was a sweet sleep. I dreamed that I was having a meal with Colin, Liam Wadey, and Rachel Barris. And it was really nice. Actually, it was a nice meal, and we were making fun of each other, and we were traveling. We might be in Europe, maybe. And then, I guess, in another part of the dream, or maybe in a different dream, I think I was just traveling with family, and then I ran into Cruccio. But Cruccio wasn't like Cruccio, the tyrannic dictator. Cruccio was nice and personable. And he's trying to make me wear a chain around my neck that is connected to a doll that makes noise. And he's funny and young. For some reason, he's really young. And he's like, yeah, I don't know. And he looks like Matthew Fox from Lost. Or he looked like some celebrity, I don't know. And then there was a water fountain that's splashing because we were in a restaurant and the windows are very high, but it's not high enough to block the water from a giant fountain next to us that is dripping through the glass wall. Yeah, so anyways, back to reality. Given that I woke up at 3 today, I don't think I have that much to do. Again, I'm trying my best to sleep earlier. So I'll try to go to bed at 4, honestly, but I don't know. I really want to go to the gym. Maybe I should start that. I feel like my sickness is kind of dissipating. So I'm going to do a quick Ralph's, maybe gym, and then just focus on writing and editing and drawing and such. I also want to do another read, write, draw session. I don't know why I can't do it at home, but yeah, pretty much it. That's pretty much it for today. I don't have a lot else to say. I gotta start looking into jobs, man. I feel like I should be way more worried about that than, you know. Yeah. I should really look into jobs. Yeah, that's all. I think Christian's probably flying to Minnesota by now, in theory. And Maisie's on set today, and yeah. Maisie's gonna be gone tomorrow as well. So, loneliness reigns. First time back on campus. Here we go. Okay, time now is 4:39 a.m. in the morning. Fuck, it's late again. Today I feel like I did nothing. It's a nothing burger day, and I feel like a lot of it is because I woke up really late at 3 p.m. and I just did nothing. I feel like I spent the entire day just editing the movie roundup video just for it to be blocked on YouTube, so I need to re-edit it again, re-export it, which is so fucking stupid. But yeah, I haven't even seen a film, haven't edited anything else. Yeah. I wanted to go out, I wanted to hit the gym actually, and I did some research on what to do about my gym membership because I'm an alumni now, and it's so unnecessarily complicated. I have to open a Fight Online account. It's like Fight On, but online. It's Fight Online. And I went to Fight Online, and it's asking me for my username, and I don't have a fucking username. I don't have an account. So I tried to like look for the sign up for an account page. There is none. Because as it turns out, I can only sign on and create an account if I am emailed through my old USC account. But I don't have the fucking email, because apparently they only send the email sometime within the 2 months of graduating. So I'm like, I don't know at this point. I don't fucking know. So, yeah. That's that. So instead, I'm just like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna show up to the gym, swipe my card, and if it lets me go in, I'll go in and do a little bit of gym, and if not, then I'll just go directly to Ralph's. So at 8:20-ish, I took a free lift to the campus. It's the first time I've been back to the campus since May 15th. It's been half a month. And I went back. I went to the gym, specifically. I swiped my card, and no fucking reaction. And this Asian girl who was at the counter was like, so your card is invalid. So are you graduated? And I'm like, yes. So turns out I need to fill in a form, and after filling in a form, I need to wait a few days. And I'm like, okay. So I just left and I just walked to Ralph's. I listened to music and walked. And, you know, it was actually a good, yeah, I don't think I should go to the gym today, even though I had good sleep. But I'm still a little sickish. Like, I still have runny nose, and the gym closes at 9, so, you know, I would only have like 20 minutes anyways, which is nothing. And also my earbuds are out of battery. So anyways, not a good condition to go to the gym. So I went to Ralph's, bought a little something, went back home. And then, yeah, I just spent a lot of time editing, and then I had dinner at like 3 a.m., which is kind of messed up, but it's true. And then now I have to sleep now, so fucking hell, I guess. Yeah, that's disappointing. I didn't do anything today, but it's also nice that I don't have to do much, but it's also concerning how unproductive I am these days. I should really get back on that writing, drawing, reading, and, you know, editing stuff. I should really get back on that. Christians made it to Minnesota, so that's cool. And yeah, that's it. That's all. I don't even think I like talked to anyone today. Like, oh yeah, when I was making lunch, kind of. This white woman showed up out of nowhere, and I think she's like a new roommate, and she's like, hi, and she's saying hi as if she knew me already. I'm like, I've never seen you before. Who the hell are you? I don't know. So maybe it's a guest, maybe it's a roommate. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, that's it. That's all. Yippee-ki-yay. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna add a little addendum, actually. May is over, right? I always wanted my college life to be interesting and eventful. And honestly, it wasn't really that eventful. So at least I would hope for an eventful last month. Was May eventful? Yes. Yes, actually. Yes. You know, looking back in May, some of the things that happened early May, like the shoot I did with Ethan Go. I can't even believe that was early May. That felt like ages ago. And then the Click to View thing, the graduation week, the can. It was truly eventful, I do have to say. And I'm just glad. I'm just glad it was eventful. And I think the most important thing is both before can and after can, I hung out with Maisie and Christian probably for a total of 7 times, which is kind of unhinged within a month. Like actually maybe even more than 7, maybe 8 times, maybe 9 times. It's just so crazy how yeah, maybe even more than that. And it's like, how did that even start? Like, I don't know, but yeah, and again, it's just like, I didn't get out of college as a famous filmmaker. I wasn't famous among my students. I never got a girlfriend. Yet, but college is over though, so no college romance technically. I don't know if you would even call a Jiren a situationship. I don't like that word anyways. If anything, okay, well, it's so different because I and Jiren got really close, and I felt more confident with Jiren than with Leslie, but the thing with Leslie is that Leslie said yes, and that counted as something, right? It was a situationship that never happened. And then with Jiren, it's a non-situationship that definitely happened. But neither of them are official anyways. What's official? What's not? I don't know. It's a social construct. Excited for Sunny though. It's so interesting because I realize I don't even think about her that much. Like, unlike Jiren and Leslie, in the peaks of my obsession with both of them, I think about them on the daily, and I was so desperate. But with Sunny, I like her. She's pretty and very talented. Holy shit, super talented. Very interesting, enchanting. But I don't think about her on the daily. I wake up from my bed and I don't really. I'm just like, I'm on my bed. Like I'm not that obsessed with her, and I think that's a good thing. I think that's like liberating. It's liberating to like someone without like hurting. And I'm also, I wouldn't say confident, but I'd say, you know, if Sunny shows up outside of my room right now, I'm not gonna be that nervous about it. Okay, well, I would be actually, because my room's a mess and I look like a mess, but I don't know. I'm ready to take on this challenge. I'm ready to, you know, find Sunny and hang out with her, and we'll see where that takes me. If again, I feel like the pressure is almost off because, like, a little bit more off because college is over. So it's depressing because in college I would push myself, like, I want to date someone, I want to do this, do that. Now it's like, even if that doesn't happen, it doesn't matter anymore. It's because I'm like kind of like in the void right now. Yeah. Okay, time now is 2:08 p.m. 2:10 p.m. on June 2nd, I believe. The sleep was a little rough. I went to bed extremely late. I went to bed at like 6 a.m. basically. 5:50. The sun was already up. That's kind of fucking bad, you know. That's really bad. I just don't know what's going on with me yesterday. It's so unproductive. But anyways, today, well, I had a dream. It was kind of rough because I woke up like again and again, sort of in and out of sleep. But I had this dream where I was late. I was really late to a bunch of things. Like, I think I was at Cannes Film Festival, and I was like, I just came back to LA, or maybe it was Hong Kong, or a combination of both. But I came back and to my place, and I was unpacking, I believe, and then I had to meet my family for dinner, or I think my family plus my dad's family, and then I was late to that. I arrived at the dinner place at like 1 a.m. and it was already really late. And then Tova and Lizzie has a party, and I went to their place at 5 a.m. in the morning. And by then, when I arrived at their place, there's like no one else. There's like not a lot of people, and it was just a few people here and there, and the party's very dead in their apartment. And I just feel kind of bad, so I thought maybe I should sleep over. So I slept, and I woke up at their place until 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. And I freaked out. I thought it was 2 p.m., but it turns out it's 8 a.m. because I have to do something else in the morning. It's just like extremely busy, doing things extremely late, and also it feels like, I don't know how to describe this feeling. It feels like the world is falling apart when your sleep schedule is that fucked up, and when you're this busy. Nothing seems real anymore, you know. Right, anyways. Back to reality. I woke up, I realized I'm on my bed, and I realized it's just, life is actually simple. So, yeah, there's that. I think it's slowly hitting me, this very minimalist, kind of simple life thing, where I don't have to worry about school or worry about anything anymore. I think it's starting to really hit me, and I don't know how to feel. But I actually set an alarm at around 1:10-ish, and I just spent like an hour rolling around on my bed. But yeah. So I bought the tickets to Backrooms. So I'm seeing that later at 7:15 at Regal LA Live. I was gonna do it at Alamo Drafthouse, but it's like completely sold out, basically, because it's such a popular movie. And I don't mind watching Regal. Regal is nice. It's cheap. The ticket is $10. And yeah, but I'm waking up a little early so that I could finish another movie before that, and I could, you know, do miscellaneous things, edit things, watch things, etc. Sort of get back up on my pace. Yeah. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for today. I should really text Sunny. I don't know. I'm really thinking I shouldn't be overthinking. I think overthinking is the fall of me, as per usual. But it really makes me think, is she like that to everyone else? Like, does she just not talk? Like, should I talk more? And then I'm thinking about how these days I rarely talk voluntarily to Jayun. But Jayun would DM me once in a blue moon, you know, and then we would have a mini conversation, which is nice, but also fuck her. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I guess I'm just not really on her mind too much, I think. And yeah, I need to trim my nails. They're very long. And yeah, that's it for today. I'm gonna have maybe cereal for breakfast, and then I'm gonna have eggs and sausages and a salad bowl for lunch. For dinner, I'm feeling it's gotta be with the rice. Maybe chicken curry again, maybe not. Maybe I'll do the frozen shrimp. Okay, it's 12:28 after midnight. I'm gonna go make dinner now. Yeah, today is kind of a nothing day. I didn't have a good sleep, but I also ended up not doing much today. Again, I tried to be productive, but then my computer decided to go fucking insane. Again. So for about an hour and a half, I couldn't even fucking use my laptop, which is so dumb. But I finally did, and I originally planned to watch The Moment before I leave to watch Backrooms. I couldn't even do that. I waited for my laptop to work, and then I went to the bathroom, and then it's already like lunch time. It's like 5 p.m. I made lunch, and then 6 something I left. I went to Regal LA Live to watch Backrooms by myself. And it was fine. I was scared of being late, but honestly, 15 minutes late is like fine in Regal. It's literally fine. Commercials are still playing, trailers are still playing. And then I sat on my seat and damn, what a terrible seat. Like yeah. Not that the seat itself is bad, but the people around me suck ass. A lot of people watching the movie are teenagers. There are like 4 hunky, huge, I assume Latino teenagers that are definitely bigger and wider than me. And they just keep fucking talking. And the guy to my left kept looking at his phone. And then there's like a mom and son to my right. And the son was like also using his phone. And like he's using a pizza box to like cover his view whenever there's like a scary scene. So I'm just there like, Jesus Christ, this is a terrible, like, I just went back from, I just saw Satan Tango like 2 days ago with a really respectful audience, and then now we have this. It really goes to show, you know. But yeah, it's interesting how different theaters around LA have different sort of cultures and communities. Like, people at Alamo are more respectful, and then Brain Dead, New Bev, Aero Egyptian are like top tier, you know, respectful audiences, you know. And then you have Regal LA Live, the Cinemarks, they're like the bottom tiers. Anyways, that's that. Nothing else. I texted a bunch of people today. I texted Maisie for a little bit because I wanted them to read my script, but Maisie's literally on the flight from Houston to Corpus Christi, and didn't really see my texts. I mean they did, and they texted me back a little bit. And then I texted Daniel Pan and Andrew Wu about my new script. I texted Tova saying that I'm back in LA, let's edit. I asked Toll what's the update on the photos. Apparently Toll has like 2 other clients who paid, so Toll is focusing on them first. And I'm like, okay, sure. Nobi, no news. I think Nobi just forgot that he ever took photos of me. I'm gonna try to remind him again, but he's probably busy. Everyone's busy. Everyone's doing something. Everyone's fucking gone. Gone somewhere, someplace. I don't know. The Woos are back at the Bay. Okay, the thing about the Woos is, I mean, they're nice people and they tolerate me. But at the end of the day, it seems like they don't want to have anything to do with me, and that they're not interested in making, like, producing my film. And, you know, I'm at my fucking wit's end. Literally every few days, I keep seeing a new Instagram account follow me, and the Instagram account would be like a new short film by some guy or some girl I know, vaguely know, and there's like a bajillion films in production right now, and somehow I've been writing this shit for a year, and I still can't even fucking talk to producers. So honestly, if the Woos reject me, okay, next, I hope Andrew Woo responds to me. If Andrew's like ghosting me, whatnot, I'll catch up, you know. I want to talk to Andrew Woo because let's be fucking for real, man. Let's not play around. Let's not play around. If you and Kate are too busy to produce my film, too busy, aka don't want to do it because it's too weird, it's too long, and I'm not cool enough of a guy, fine. Just say no. Just let me know as soon as possible. That's totally fine. I understand it. I'm a weirdo, and I don't have a great portfolio, unlike the greats, of course, like Jayang, you know, and Jayun, and all the other people. Like, if they want to make a stupid mayonnaise commercial, they can get $1 million. If I want to make something genuinely from the bottom of my heart, I can't even fucking do it, because I'm a lowly worm. I get it. Okay, fine. Just let me know as soon as possible, so that I'm not dragging this. And I'm going to look for someone else. And the only other person I can look for is really Adam Shai. I've never worked with him. He seems like a reliable guy. I'll just look for him. He's Cliff's friend. I'll just get Adam Shai. And if Adam Shai says no, that's it. Wrap it up. I'm not doing it anymore. So, that's the state of things. I literally cannot think of anyone. I don't know producer friends. That's the thing. Is like the only other producer I mean, I've been on like 50 sets, but the thing is, I don't know producers personally. I know Madeline Tai. She knows me, but she hates Christian. And again, like, if I ask her to help produce, she'll just be like, name a price. Like, and then who else? Literally, who the fuck else can do it? I don't know who else can do it. So yeah. I don't know. And I want Christian to be in the crew. So I probably can't find Madeline Tai. I genuinely don't know. I'm at a loss, really. I haven't made a lot of friends, you see, and it's sort of like biting me. I've made a lot of PD friends. I mean, Click to View is full of artsy people, like art department people, and then Maisie and Christian are art people, and they know all the other art people. I've taken art classes, and I know all the PD people. DP's Cliff, that's locked in. I refuse to work with anyone else. And, you know, to some extent, I have the cast. You know, first AD, I'll look for Michelle. BTS, I'll look for Tova. You know, I have everything. I just don't have producers. So, anyways, the thing is, like, I want a producer who can trust me, who knows what I think, who knows how I feel about the world, and knows how I operate, and support me, and believe in me. The thing is, I don't feel like anyone believes in me. I have major trust issues, and people just don't trust me in general, I feel like. I don't know. So, yeah, what a bummer. I mean, fuck, Andrew Woo, I worked with him, like, how many times now? The 290 hotel shoot, the whip ad. He wasn't on set for Ethan's 310, but I guess by extension, he should know. So, well, anyways, that's that. I really don't care anymore. If Daniel Pan doesn't read it, like, I don't know. And the last time I saw Daniel, before I went to Tenant of the Trees, Daniel was like, oh, when am I gonna see you soon? Blah, blah, blah. And then that was like, what, May 15th. It's been half a month. Like, people just forget because I'm a forgettable guy. I get it. Okay. Okie dokie. So yeah, I don't know about my short film. I'll keep trying. I think the 3 big concerns right now still remain. OPT/jobs, my short film, and Sunny. I still haven't texted Sunny. I'm low-key scared, but it's okay. I have a whole month to do it. So yeah. And then yes, I guess mentioning love and obsession, I sort of like listened, I watched my thoughts update vlogs on the day I confessed to Leslie, because I'm still working on my mega essay about romance, and I don't know, still processing it. It really shocked me how weak I was just 3 years ago. Literally 2023 May, Leslie, who was 3 years younger than me, was on my fucking pulse. She was a freaking master, and I was the slave. Like, I confess to her, and she's like, okay, well, you have something else to say, right? Say it. And at that point, I genuinely don't. She wanted me to ask her out, and that didn't even cross my mind, because I think so lowly of myself. And her saying, say it, you know, she's like controlling me, and then she starts questioning me. I was so weak. And I don't want to be weak. And I feel like I'm stronger now. I think with Jaehyun, even though there's definitely still some sort of power imbalance, I think what worked with Jaehyun is that whenever it's just me and her, so the 2 times really, me, us in Hong Kong and then Little Tokyo, there wasn't much of a power imbalance. It was just a person to person thing, you know. And I think that's quite beautiful. Speaking of Jaehyun, I actually DM'd her because she also just saw Backrooms, which is hilarious. Which is ironic. Somehow the person I spoke to the most today is Jaehyun, whom I really shouldn't be speaking to forever, but oh well. But yeah, I just I don't know, I do think I'm a stronger person now, and with Sunny, she's incredibly talented and well connected and attractive, and you know, I salute her. But really, I do not wish for a power imbalance ever again. I think it's fine if I'm like a little submissive and a little you know, yeah, submissive at times. I think it's fine, as long as it's within boundaries and I'm not like undermining myself, you know. Which is definitely what I was doing with Leslie. I was definitely undermining myself for the sake of her, and I was cutting slack. I was literally like, I was cutting costs, you know. I knew Leslie, had a crush on Theo, had a crush on Cliff, and then had this weird relationship with this other girl, and then blah, but I'm like, yeah, I'm willing to look past all that, and you know, I should have just said no by then, you know. Oh well. Okay, time now is 1:28 p.m. on June 3rd. Yeah, so I slept from like 5:30 to about 1:15, woke up by an alarm. Not great, the fact that I'm sleeping so late. But I'm just gonna talk now. I want to go back to sleep, but I'm just gonna talk now because I don't want to forget my dream, because it's quite an elaborate dream. And again, I wake up these days, and the moment I wake up, I'm like, holy shit, where am I? And it takes me a second to readjust, which is crazy. It just goes to show how important sleep is for dreams. So it's kind of a complicated dream. I think I'm back at my community college at Film 33, and I was the UPM, or the assistant UPM, for a big film, and I was quite excited to do it for some reason. And but at the same time, it didn't feel like community college. It also kind of felt like USC. And at some point, me and the whole group of people are having a meeting in a classroom at the side, while other people who are not involved with the film but still in the class had to sit somewhere in the main part of the room. And then the teacher was like, now let's go and vote, because there's voting in California, voting for the new governor. And he started like picking out random names, and the first name he called is Enoch. So what happens is that I have to leave the classroom and take the metro one stop to a voting station and cast my vote. And I was quite confused, but I'm like, okay. So I just left. But when I was leaving, I ran into this British girl who was teaming up with this guy and maybe 2 other people who are going to be filming BTS for this Film 33 short film. Because they thought it would be interesting. Or maybe they were filming the rollout, like the eventual festival cycle of Ends and Means. But I met them, and I met her, the British girl, and I just talked to her a lot about my experience with Ends and Means and how shitty it was. And I spent a lot of time searching through my phone, searching through Instagram, Twitter, my own YouTube page to try to find the trailer I edited for the Film 33 doc. And I showed it to her for a little bit, but I couldn't show the actual trailer that I edited, and then she had to leave. And I didn't even get her contact. I brought it up. I was like, do you have Instagram? And she's like, yeah, but then we were carried away. But she mentioned that the guy he's filming the doc with is this tall guy named Hunt. Like, his last name is Hunt, and he's also in the new Film 33. But I don't know who Hunt is, so I had to go to Instagram and try to find a certain Hunt, and then DM him and tell him to send this video to the British girl. And then I started seeing other people who were sent after me from the classroom to vote. But a lot of them are just not going to vote and going to go directly back home. And I can't vote either because I'm not Californian, I'm not American. So, which is a bummer. I wanted to stay in that room. But I ended up going home anyways, and I don't know if it was before all that or maybe it was after all that in the dream, like chronologically where it is. But I remember my dad sleeping on my part of the bed in a hotel room and making it messy and dirty and making me really, really upset. But I went back home, and then it was dirty. My room was dirty. My room was like this room, but like extremely small, like a hotel room. My bathroom is weird, like the toilet ring, the toilet, like the toilet bowl is the same, but the ring, like the board, it's like replaced with something gray and rough. And then there's like pizza in my room, in my bathroom, and I ate some of the pizza for some reason. And someone has been here, but also someone replaced it. Maybe out of kindness, so that they wouldn't mess up the current toilet board. But yeah, I think that's all I remember from the dream. I also I dreamed a lot more. It's like a really messy dream with a lot of characters. It's really dense. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Today again another nothing day. I'm gonna try to go out and see Steven Spielberg's AI. And that's the only thing on the schedule. But I want to wake up early because I still haven't finished The Moment, and I still need to edit the Cannes vlog. It took me 11 days after coming back to LA to finish the freaking Cannes vlog. That's how unproductive I've been. Yeah, Daniel Pan responded to my text. That's cool. And I'm gonna continue looking for jobs. Reading, writing, drawing. Talking to Sunny. I think she would be nice. I just need to initiate the convo.
I'm an associate programmer at the Cinematheque, and I would just like to thank you all so much for joining us for this very special.
Collapse of civilization, everything, and just looking out the my dog was out in the backyard, and just going like, wow. Like it was the first time having that feeling of like, Jesus, like, so that was very helpful for the times that we are living through right now, I guess. And it's kind of striking to me that as bleak a vision as it is of the future, particularly at the very end, that world almost seems more stable than ours now. You're like, well, at least they're not with their phone. Walking around the pool, like developing the walk in front of him and seeing how Jude's like earlier model of Mecha would sort of mesh with my newer model of Mecha. And then it was just a lot of work I did with my dad, who came from a theater background. And when we first started, another great luxury of working with Steven is that we shot generally in chronological order, which made it a lot easier to chart this character. And my parents were repainting their bedroom, so there was just this empty room with a wooden floor. And I remember very vividly working with my dad on the, toe tap. They put a little piece of metal in my white sheet. There was a, like, not latex, but this like rubbery smell that he had that was very distinct. And Jack Angel, the voice of Teddy, was on set with the headset, and his voice was coming out of the speaker. So it was very easy to look into the puppet side. It kind of reminded me of something Mark Hamill said about Empire Strikes Back, where over time he realized, even though Frank Oz is right there, he's talking to Yoda. Like, you just start talking to the puppet as if it's a real thing. So.
And then the flesh fair sequence in particular is just very intense. And I'm wondering, was that a case, did they try to make that, less emotional for you? Did they try to shield you from that at all? Like, what was your experience like of that flesh fair sequence in particular?
It wasn't too disturbing to me because it's better to find some sort of place in a world when the main story of human civilization seems to have left everybody behind.
I mean, it is astonishing to think that this is the 25th anniversary of the movie, and to think about how it was asking these questions that we're grappling even much more with today. It's funny that Jude has this line, they made us too smart, too quick, and too many. And that just really jumps out of like something that's happening today and we're grappling with today. Do you feel that way? Like, what is it like for you reflecting back on the movie from now?
It's so interesting because this movie dug into emotional questions and philosophical questions about our obligations to things that have consciousness. The version of AI that has, kind of taken hold this day. I don't feel the threat of feeling bad for that. I was like, this doesn't have consciousness. This is just a tool of billionaires to take your money and take your job. But it's weird because those letters in my mind meant something else for a long time. It meant this experience in this movie and, androids with, potentially emotions and the ability to feel love. And it's just, it kind of reminds me of so much in 2001 is perfect, except they couldn't quite know that things are going to be miniaturized, so you still have big 60s buns and knobs. And in this movie, it's like a parallel vision of the future that we couldn't know that, all the worst people who've ever lived would run AI, and it would just be something that would appear here. You know, it's you know, I'm just disappointed that our reality is so much worse and cheesier than anything. This is how it goes down. Jeez. But it's odd, you know, and I have a funny run with this stuff because I was in The Sixth Sense and don't really believe in ghosts, and I was in AI and I kind of don't like AI very much, you know. But what this movie was reaching for in investigating those connections between people, I think, you know, for all the really troubling threats to this industry and to our country with this technology, which is being pushed out without too much regard for the effect it's going to have on society. It really just comes back that those human relationships and the ones that I got to experience in this movie, shooting it, and you know, in a world that's awash in invasive technology, it's just those human experiences. You know, the one that we're having right now, watching this movie, like that's the you know, the potential saving grace in a really dangerous time. AI that has you know, kind of taken hold this day. It's I don't feel the threat of feeling bad for that. I was like, this doesn't have consciousness. This is just a tool of billionaires to take your money and take your job.
Okay, there's no storage space left. That's fine. Time now is 3:40 a.m. in the morning. It's late again. Today is another nothing day. Jesus Christ. It's been, what, 10 days, I think, since, I've been back, and, you know, it's quite shocking to me, because 10 days is, the last 10 days went by really fast. You sort of zoom by, and right now it still feels like I'm at the very beginning of my never-ending vacation. But the truth is, 10 days is a lot when you remember that spring break is 10 days long. Thanksgiving break, the one I had was 10 days long, I think. Usually a break in college in the USA is like 10 days-ish. Yeah, I think Thanksgiving last year, it was 10 days because the days where I had to go to school, I didn't have classes. But yet, 10 days is actually like a whole ass holiday. But for me right now, it's just the beginning of a never-ending holiday. So, really crazy, absolutely crazy. Today I didn't do much, aside from going to the Egyptian Theater to watch AI Artificial Intelligence, and holy shit, it's good. It's a great freaking film. And the thing is, I didn't even, the ticket isn't even mine. It's Michelle's ticket. She got me a ticket. I paid $22 to her, and I used her ticket, her QR code, to go in. And they did not suspect a thing. They did not ask any questions. I just went in scot-free, watched the movie, saw the Q&A, left, and then I got the physical ticket. The thing is, if I ask for a physical ticket when I go in, they're gonna ask for like your first and last name. So I didn't do that. I was smart. But yeah, I just got in with her ticket. So the things I do for cinema, genuinely the things I do for cinema. I use someone else's badge to watch Minotaur. You know. So yeah, the things I do for cinema. And then tomorrow I'm going back to the Egyptian to see Mysterious Skin with Greg Araki in person. So that's freaking hype. Yeah, hopefully people will be there. It's gonna be great. And then yeah, Andrew Wu also replied to my text saying, yeah, sure, send the script to me. But the thing is, that's a bit of a relief that he's not completely ghosting me. But I'm still not confident that Andrew Wu and Kate will produce for me. And honestly, I've been doing some thinking, and maybe it's a thought I had last night, maybe it's this morning, but I thought maybe I should ask the grad students, because I feel like at the end of the day, grad students are more reliable. And also, I'm 23. I'm grad level age. I should just ask a grad student. The only issue is I'm not that close to grad students, but like for some reason, the closest grad students I am to right now are Yu Chen and Anna Iwasawa. And honestly, low-key, I should ask Anna Iwasawa. I don't know if she's into producing, but at least I know she has connections. And if I can get a couple Chinese producers, I wouldn't mind. I would not mind at all. I know Lily Chu produced Tiger's film, and even though I literally knew her since Cannes, but like, I don't know, I trust her taste, and if it works out, I don't mind at all. So there's Adam Shai, but there's also the grad students, the Chinese grad students, and I don't mind at all. I don't mind at all. So there's that. It's interesting how my mustache is coming back. The thing is, like, this isn't even my full mustache. Like, I feel like this is only halfway grown, but then my growth of my hair is like slowing down. But I wish it could grow faster, and then I can shave this part, and then it's gonna be a little better. Yeah, also thinking of hitting the gym, also thinking of still haven't looked into jobs. Fuck me, I gotta look into jobs. I've just been, it's weird complaining about busy. I'm not that busy. It's just, I don't know, man. I'm spending a lot of time not doing much, which I think is healthy. It's healthy to just like doom scroll, and well, it's not very healthy, but it's nice to, you know, not do much, listen to music, doom scroll a little here and there, sort of like relax a little bit. I think it's pretty good. Still having Texas Sunny. I'm still like hesitant. I'm still like, I don't know what to say to her, but I will. The thing is, like, I think she's like okay. I think she's nice, but I also have to realize that her type, alt, queer, super fashionable and edgy, baby voice, a lot of men, and a very particular kind of men, will always go after her or them. And they attract a very specific demographic of problematic men. And women too, maybe. She's not your average Jane Doe. And I'm not going average Jane Does either, which is on my part bad. But I would like to know that I'm not going after her just because she's freaky and alt. I do think that I'm old enough to realize that I'm only going after sane people at the end of the day. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll take it slow. I'll text her tomorrow, okay? Pinkies crossed. Pinkies, fingers crossed. Okay.